The friendship of Anthony Davis and LeBron James was already in place, and obviously playing against each other for many years. And now finally, after all the rumors and speculation from a year ago, it happened. The trade went down. Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. 3 first-round picks go to the Pelicans. And Anthony Davis is a Laker. Here's Kai Bowman, rookie from Boston College, able to rattle it home. Here's Quinn Cook. Jared Dudley, 13-year pro. Played well for the Nets last year in their run to the postseason.
A guy that stayed ready, adds depth to this Laker team, the ability to play small ball with him. So smart and intelligent, and a knockdown shooter.
And that's double dribble. So you said, Mark, you know they're going to be good. Everybody expects them to be great, including Las Vegas. They are the favorites to win the championship. Surprised to see the Warriors ahead of some teams like Philadelphia, Denver, Portland, Utah, perhaps. Here's Caruso putting it on the floor and getting it out to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope driving and scoring. 109 points for the Lakers.
I'm very interested to see that Houston team with James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and the success that they had as a team last year. Disappointing ending, but certainly have talent. I think they're going to be just fine. And that's a team that you do not want to face. And I'm expecting another big-time season on the offensive end from James Harden.
Mark, there are a lot of people that said, well, Chris Paul and James Harden, that's not going to work as a duo. Think about how close they were 2 years ago to beating the Warriors and going to the finals. And then Chris Paul gets hurt. Obviously, Paul now is at Oklahoma City. But how about the fit? We were talking about Russell and Curry together. How about Westbrook and Harden together? Again, obviously they were together in Oklahoma City, but it was when they were much younger.
I think it's going to fit seamlessly because they have an appreciation for each other. They love each other off the floor, and they generally want the best for each other. I think it's going to absolutely be a home run tandem, and it's going to be very interesting facing that Rocket team because they can create so many problems, and they're going to score a whole bunch of points.
Got a lot of good players outside of Westbrook and James Harden. Gerald Green, an injury that could cost him the season. That would be unfortunate because he's an excellent athlete that can help from the perimeter too as a shooter. Caruso drawing contact. Can't get the layup, but he'll go to the line. Alex Caruso, third year out of Texas A&M, as we look at our upcoming national TV schedule. More preseason action on Thursday on NBA TV. Atlanta and Chicago, Dallas at the Clippers. Friday on TNT, the Pelicans at the Knicks. And then our Kia NBA tip-off, TNT Tuesday, New Orleans at Toronto, Lakers at Clippers. ESPN's first doubleheader is a week from tonight. Philly, Boston, Denver, Portland. Some good young teams in the East. Chicago, Atlanta with Trae Young. Bowman almost took us out here trying to keep that play alive. It'll be Laker ball. Warriors open against the Clippers in San Francisco next Thursday, and the Lakers, as we just showed you, they've got the Clippers in a Clipper home game on Tuesday. Good passing by the Lakers again. No payoff though. Caldwell Pope unable to drill it from deep. Still, the Lakers are shooting almost 60% from three tonight. Poole with a little shake, but couldn't hit the three. Dwight Howard's got 7 rebounds, 13 points. They feed it to him here on the lob. He may have pushed off. Yep. Offensive foul on Howard.
Well, I'm looking at Dwight Howard, and you think about it. He had to come in and sit down with the Lakers organization and sell himself to them. This guy was on the open market. He's a starting NBA center still. The things he can do on the floor, as simple as set the high screen and roll and dive to the cup. The problems that he creates. The only issue was he going to be committed?
And if he's engaged, it could be a problem because you've got a guy that you can play with Anthony Davis. I mean, we watched him tonight. I mean, he's still in great shape. He's running the floor really well. The steal by Toscano. Goes behind the back, drives on Caruso. Missed the layup though. Offensive rebound by Pascal. No good on the jumper though. Howard only played 9 games with Washington last year because of injury. Played in 81 2 years ago with Charlotte. Numbers here for the Warriors. Poole went for the slam and hits the deck hard after Caldwell Pope committed a foul.
Didn't look like anything dirty by Caldwell Pope going up to try to block the dunk attempt. It's a tough spill, clearly contact, clearly a foul, but that's a clean play.
Yeah, no flagrant. I'm with you.
It's good to be young. Pull up and ready to shoot the free throws. We'd have to go to 3 commercial breaks if that was me.
You talking now or when you were playing?
No, now. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Scott Van Pelt coming up next. Sports Center post-game coverage of our game plus his picks for the NBA's revamp West. We'll see what Scott has to say about these two teams. And Kyle Shanahan candid about his time with the Redskins. Kyle doing a terrific job as the head coach now of the San Francisco 49ers. That and more coming up. Sports Center with SVP.
Does that mean he wasn't candid back then?
Well, when you're in Washington and Daniel Snyder's the owner, you're probably not going to say much while you're there. I don't know if anybody really asked him about it until now, to be honest with you.
Go all in or say nothing.
That's your theme of the night.
Yeah, why not?
Right. Antetokounmpo. That name sounds familiar. It's Giannis's brother, Kostas, younger brother by 3 years. Kostas, 21 years old. Second year in the league. Played a couple games with Dallas last year. Played college ball at Dayton.
I'm just thinking 20 years from now doing an interview, Mark Jackson being candid about his time working with Dave Pasch.
You've been keeping notes for the book?
Absolutely.
Did I get a chapter in the book? A foul here on the 3-point attempt.
Hold up, you want a chapter? You're a greedy man. What? No, you want a whole chapter in the book?
Well, I figured Jeff and Breen are going to have like their own novel.
No, you changed. I remember when you just wanted a shout out. Now you want a chapter.
Just an assumption.
You deserve it, my friend.
We got a timeout on the floor with the Lakers up 110-80. Back to Staples in a moment. I'm going to go look at this. A Warriors coaches challenge. We'll talk about this when we come back.
Shh. There's a secret to saving on car insurance. Use the power of AIS. AIS shops dozens of companies instantly. Then they review your quote to make sure you're getting every discount you've earned. Wow, that's powerful. AIS does all the work and you get great coverage at a great price. And that's the secret to saving over $600 a year on your car insurance.
1-800-777-4AIS. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah. Rubbed up just
Jeep Wrangler now has someone new to play with. 100% Jeep 4x4, 100% truck. The all-new Jeep Gladiator. There's only one. Well-qualified lessees can now lease the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator for $299 a month. Some run from the weather. But with the most capable and luxurious SUV in its class, you can run through it. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal. Well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees can lease the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $179 a month.
So the new coach's challenge rule, which is a one-year trial rule. Each team has one challenge. It can be used on a called personal foul. It has to be a called foul at any point in the game. You can also use it for called out-of-bounds violations or goaltending or basket interference. But inside of 2 minutes, out of bounds and goaltending are triggers for automatic review. But let's take a look here. Was there a defensive foul or was there an offensive foul? You can overturn the defensive foul and call it an offensive foul for the leg being stuck out by Zach Norvell. And you get to keep your timeout unless it coincides with a media timeout if you get the challenge correct. What did you get there from Benny Adams, Mark?
The call was overturned because they felt like he kicked his leg out, creating the contact. Outstanding, correct challenge by Steve Kerr, and the Warriors get the basketball.
And so they did change it as traveling is called to an offensive foul on Norvell.
And there's people probably at home all around thinking, okay, you're down, 30 points. Why challenge? And my answer would be, you still coach the game because guys are watching. Are you giving up? Are you quitting? Are you doing everything possible to put us in position to win? That's an outstanding job by Steve Kerr, forgetting about the viewers and the people watching, coaching his team and leading.
Hey, look, this is new for the officials, too. It gives them work as well. It gives them an opportunity to go through the process of the review. What I think is going to be really interesting, and as a guy who played 2 decades in the league, I mean, I'm sure you've had times where you've gone to your coach late in game, said, hey, I didn't foul him. I didn't touch him. And a head coach is going to have to discern when his star player says, hey, go challenge that because I didn't touch him. Again, it has to be a called foul. You can't say he fouled me, they didn't call it, go challenge it. You can't do that. It has to be a called foul. But when a star player says to the head coach, hey, I didn't touch him, challenge it, you may have a tough decision to make whether to believe him or not, right?
There's only one basketball player who can come to me and tell me that, and I'm going to believe him. Only one that I've ever met.
So here's how it went down here. Toscano is signaling to Steve Kerr, hey, kick the leg out. And so Steve called Mark Ayotte over, got his attention, and said, I want to challenge it.
There's only one that I've ever seen that I'm going to take his word for.
Who's that?
The kid in the commercial that said, Coach, I touched the ball. That's it. That is it.
I wasn't expecting that. That was very good.
That's it. Every other player I've been around, they lied. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I remember that one. Oh, my goodness. So you're saying that if you're a head coach and it's late in a game and your star player says, I didn't touch him.
I'm not taking his word for it. I'm not taking his word for it.
All right. Steve agreed with you, by the way, when we had our meeting saying players lie. But that's tough, especially if it's late in game and it's like a key foul. And a coach has to determine whether it's worth it. Because what if you have only one timeout left and you lose your challenge and then all of a sudden you're out of timeouts for the last couple minutes of the game?
I got to see it myself and trust the people around me, my staff, and I'm not going to trust that guy.
I think it's really intriguing. It'll be interesting. It's a one-year trial rule to see how often it's used, what the success rate of the challenges are, and how in general the coaches feel about it. ESPN's regular season NBA coverage starts next Wednesday. First at 7:30 Eastern Time, the Celtics and Sixers. Who knows? Could be a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. And then you got the Nuggets and Blazers at 10. NBA Countdown kicks us off at 7. course, Denver and Portland met in the conference semifinals. Portland won on Denver's home floor in Game 7. Two great games to open our coverage next Wednesday night. The Lakers will be on ESPN next Friday night here at Staples, taking on Utah. You doing that game?
Yes, I am. Looking forward to it also. You know, adding Mike Conley is a difference maker. And Rubio's a heck of a player. Mike Conley, you know, offensively can do, you know, more things, and his ability to shoot. Both guys exceptional point guards, but I love Mike Conley and the culture that he brings.
Antetokounmpo with a rebound. And plus Donovan Mitchell, as hard as he works, it'll be interesting to see what he adds to his game in year 3. Traveling violation. Warriors just 1 for 12 here in the quarter. LeBron James, 25 minutes played, 18 points, 11 assists. And AD, 28 minutes, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 8 points. You can see them face the Clippers next Tuesday, 6 days away from the start of the season. Our friends at TNT will have that game along with Toronto, unveiling of the championship banner as they take on Zion and the Pelicans.
There's a goaltending clearly, so N1 going to the line for the possible three-point play.
It's amazing to think that Kawhi Leonard's only been in 3 All-Star games. Been a 2-time Finals MVP and only 3 All-Star games. Obviously, he flirted with the Lakers. Seemed like it came down to the Lakers, Clippers, and Raptors, and they made that move for. What were you more shocked at when that broke that day? That Kawhi was signing with the Clippers, or that Paul George was coming with him?
I would say that Paul George was coming with him, because with Kawhi we knew it was down to 3 teams or so be ready for it anyway. But no one ever discussed Paul George being traded. And I know geniuses talk about they saw it all along, but no, nobody had dialogue about it. Then out of nowhere, the Clippers were able to pull off a trade that gave them 2 home run hitters in the middle of their lineup.
And Kawhi Leonard has said, as Harrison drives and misses the shot, that it was how the Clippers played things behind the scenes that was a big factor in his decision, that they didn't let anything out publicly, not just about Leonard, but about Paul George. And give Sam Presti and the Thunder credit as well for not putting that information out there, as the basket counts. And a foul. And Devontae Kaycock, a rookie from UNC Wilmington, will go to the free throw line.
10 years from now, they'll all hold an interview on SportsCenter and be candid of how it all unfolded. I don't believe none of it right now. And I know what? The Clippers did a great job of putting themselves in position by establishing a culture, having true leadership, having outstanding ownership, and working their tail off when they were undermanned, when everybody thought it was going to be a bad year. So they set the table to get a Kawhi Leonard and a Paul George. Outstanding job across the board.
Without question. Here's Damian Lee driving out of Antetokounmpo and had it stripped. Zach Norvell gets it ahead to Jackson. Demetrius Jackson, on his 4th team in 4 NBA seasons, out of Notre Dame. Spent 6 games with Philadelphia a year ago.
And he was outstanding, an outstanding college point guard that stayed ready and wasn't afraid of the bright lights.
Whoa, Pascal took it right at Kaycock and flushed it on him. Jackson attacking again, hangs but can't finish. Wouldn't get the tip either. And Pascal tried to hit the jumper that time, turning around on Kaycock and couldn't get it. Here's Norvell, rookie out of Gonzaga, who's on a 2-way contract. Led the West Coast Conference and made 3s a year ago. Couldn't hit that one. Collision between Kaycock and Hearn. Hopefully everybody's all right. 2:36 to go here in LA.
Shh. There's a secret to saving on car insurance. Use the power of AIS. AIS shops dozens of companies instantly. Then they review your quote to make sure you're getting every discount you've earned. Wow, that's powerful. AIS does all the work and you get great coverage at a great price. And that's the secret to saving over $600 a year on your car insurance.
1-800-777-4AIS. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah. Rubbed up just
Jeep Wrangler now has someone new to play with. 100% Jeep 4x4, 100% truck. The all-new Jeep Gladiator. There's only one. Well-qualified lessees can now lease the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator for $299 a month. Some run from the weather. But with the most capable and luxurious SUV in its class, you can run through it. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into Jeep Adventure Days for a great deal. Well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees can lease the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $179 a month.
It's going to be really interesting to watch. Of these three newcomers, the guy in the middle, how he fits in, if he can be a factor. Look what he's done tonight.
He's done a very good job. His presence on the offensive and defensive end, his willingness to do his job, staying open, using that big wide body, catching the ball and finishing. Timely plays, diving to the cup, playing off of the stars in James and Anthony, and then attacking the offensive board. He's been stellar all night long. The important thing for him is going to be, can you do it all season? It's not going to be successful if you get it done for a month or half a year. They brought you here to execute the game plan the entire season, giving them a real chance.
You see DeMarcus Cousins there in between LeBron James and Dwight Howard. He is out with an ACL injury. Imagine if he was healthy.
Really unfortunate. Look forward to him getting healthy and whole and being back.
These two teams will play again on Friday. They've already played each other 3 times in the preseason. The Warriors have led for a total of 20 seconds. And the Lakers again will open up with the Clippers on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, the Warriors will open with the Clippers on Thursday night in San Francisco. I mean, that's going to be, I'm interested to see that. I mean, Oracle is one of the best venues in the NBA. The fans are great there, and obviously you coach there. Interesting what it's like in downtown San Francisco.
It's going to be, obviously, I haven't been there. I'm sure it's an incredible, beautiful building. It's not going to be the same. And that's no knock, right? Because no place is the same. That place was special in Oakland. Oracle was absolutely special.
Lee off the bounce, drops it in. Damian Lee, third year out of Louisville. He was undrafted back in 2017. Gets his first field goal. He does have 9 points, 5 rebounds. And a foul called on the Lakers' Demetrius Jackson.
I remember Damian Lee a couple of seasons ago playing with the Atlanta Hawks. Last game of the year playing against the Warriors. Played exceptionally well. Put him in position, not because he's Steph Curry's brother-in-law, but because he's an NBA player. And he's played well for them when called upon. And it's good to see him getting minutes and still being effective.
Bowman can't hit it, and Antetokounmpo is fouled by Harrison. Well, we told you SportsCenter with SVP is coming up, and you'll be able to hear from LeBron James. Dave McMenamin's going to catch up with LeBron. James with 18 points, 11 assists. Took just 9 shots. 25 minutes of work. Looks 100% and ready to roll for the regular season after missing 27 games a year ago, the most in his career. So Dave will have that, and SVP coming up. And if Steph is healthy, and James and Anthony Davis, along with Giannis, be interesting that MVP race this year, because you wonder with a lot of these duos, will there be split votes? Will the numbers not be as gaudy for some of these guys because they're playing together as opposed to somebody like Giannis? While they have good players, obviously, in Milwaukee besides him, and he's the focal point, he's going to get the numbers. Here's Bowman on the drive. Got it blocked. Kaycock got a piece of it. Jackson pushing tempo. Nice pass to Kaycock for the slam. This is valuable time for all these guys, because even if they don't make their respective rosters tonight, the video's out there for other teams to look at.
You never know who's watching. You put yourself in a position where a team needs a third point guard, another wing for depth, another big. You just never know. Stay ready and compete at a high level at all times.
A reminder again that the regular season on ESPN starts a week from tonight. Boston, Philadelphia, Denver, Portland with double headers Wednesday and Friday of next week. Lakers will be on Friday night taking on Utah. Shot clock down to 3. Game clock at 11. Norvell hoisting but missing. And a 2-on-1. Pippen. Nice move. A lot like his uncle with the length that time. And the handle to lay it in. And that'll do it from Staples. Well, the crowd was packed, and they did not leave. They wanted to enjoy every second of what they saw from LeBron James and Anthony Davis tonight. An impressive showing in the first half when the Lakers put up more than 70. They had 33 assists as a team. Sports Center with SVP up next. Again, you'll hear from LeBron James. Dave McMenamin will talk to him. Scott will have highlights from the NBA and a lot more. For Mark Jackson, our entire crew, I'm Dave Pash. So long from Los Angeles. Sports Center is next.